So, this video is just why I'm so big on habits. Habits have took me from zero to making the money that I make now. Roughly, you can just guess how much I make. I'll never actually disclose how much I make because I have other things going on. But so today I made 1,800 times 2 is around $3,600, right? So in the span of, what's that, 40 minutes from, you know, I'll just read y'all my notes from this trade. All right, so this morning, around 10, I thought I saw my 2 candle setup, lost $200 on it, then waited all day until 3. So you got to think that was roughly 10 something, and I lost on that trade. So from 10, I have briefly watched the charts until around 3. Okay, at 3:15 my setup came, the perfect FEG, then another 2 candle came. That means it's a higher probability. Entering this trade, I risked $350 to make $1,800 on 2 accounts. I saw 2 setups that makes it a higher probability. When I'm making, I guess, my 2-to-1 is my risk to reward ratio. And normally I would say my trades are about $500 to $1,000 that I take. And then today, my profit target was $1,800. Okay, and I'll drop the clip in here. So I'll let that play right after this. Okay, so when I was watching the charts to make $1,800 in the span of 40 minutes, usually I'm not holding trades that long. Today was very good for me. And then, okay, so I sat back and I watched it go from 20,793.25 to 20,886. Okay, why I say 20,000? No, I do not have 20,000 in the markets at one time. I'm trading the NASDAQ, so the NASDAQ is traded at that price. Okay, almost 100-point trade in 40 minutes. Thankful for sure. It's Tuesday. We'll slow up now. I'm up almost 5K, which is usually my profit target for the week. I feel the market conditions returning to them old selves. Okay, so the last part of the markets returning to its old self is the past, I want to say 5 months, the market conditions have just not been the same as what they were from September to January of last year. Okay, so this year, I believe that the markets are going to have a really big dump when they put Trump into the office. But the conditions of my setup and everything around my setup is doing what I've wanted it to do for the past 5 months. Yes, I've still made money. I just have to be a lot more patient. So market conditions will, sometimes you can go heavy, sometimes you can go light, sometimes you don't trade. Like I've went 2 weeks at one time and haven't placed a single trade. Why? Because my setup didn't come, and 2, maybe I missed my setup. I'm not going to over trade and go back to it. And 3, there's just no point, right? There's no point in losing money if you don't have to. I have been, like I said, let's go back to the beginning of the video, been really big on habits. And why? Because I went from making 5K a month to 5K in 2 days. No, it does not happen all the time, but this week it did happen. All right, so when you go from a jump that big in the span of, let's just say, a year, you have to change with it. I have changed tremendously in the past year, and I'm not the same person that I was at the beginning of this year. So, or I'm not the same person as last year as I am the beginning of this year. So what I changed was my discipline. That is probably the biggest thing. Being consistent, which takes discipline, and showing up, which takes discipline. So all three of them things all dive back down to discipline. The discipline is the reason that I was able to make that jump. If I did not implement discipline, then I would not be able to jump forward, right, with my finances. The habits that it takes to go from 0 to your first 10K is probably the most important. And then when you go from your 10K to 20, all it takes is you just doing them same habits over a period of time. And then they just compound, and then you'll just keep going up. But them habits create momentum. And when you have momentum, you can't lose the momentum. If you lose the momentum, then you'll start slacking. And like I said in the past video back in October, which was only 3 months ago, I slacked off on my habits. So what happens? My momentum goes down. What happens? I lose money. It all dives back down to discipline and your habits. So if you lose your habits, you cannot keep making money. No, it's not about the money. It's about who you become. If you're not becoming the person that you want to look up to, then what are you doing? I mean, it's not about how fast you can get there. Yes, you need to work fast. Yes, you don't need to slack off, but that doesn't mean that you have to turn that into greed and how much money can I make. I mean, that does not work. And a great example is me last year or the year prior, back in late 2023 when I lost that money. And what happened was I was looking at my mentor and I was like, man, I need to make this money. I've been trading longer than these guys. Like, why am I not making money like them? Well, you cannot judge your day one off of someone's day 20. Why would you do that? And comparison is the thief of joy. Every single one of y'all that are watching this video have your own authentic life. You can't do what I do. I can't do what you do. Yes, we can do the same things, as in maybe you want to trade like me, or maybe you like the same things I like, but every single one of y'all grew up differently. You have your own authentic self and no one can take that away from you. So you have to just stay focused on yourself and stop looking at different people's lives. Then there's people that's like 18 years old making 6 figures a month trading. And I'm 21, about to be 22, and I'm looking at them like, dang, why did I not do that? Well, they might have jumped in trading when they was 14, and I jumped in when I was 18. Well, why did they do that? I don't know. Who cares, you know? So you just can't compare yourself to others, and you just have to stay on your own journey. So when you have all of these people that maybe you're looking up to, or you see me making this type of money, don't compare yourself to me. Just learn what I did and I implemented to do this, to do these numbers. I'm not doing crazy numbers, but I'm okay. If you take just maybe waking up at 3 a.m. All right, so if you wake up at 3 a.m. every single day, what do you get out of that? Well, why did I even start that? Like, some of y'all probably thinking, I'm not waking up at 3 a.m. I have nothing to do. Okay, don't. I mean, the reason I did it was because I was trading the London session. So I had to wake up that time in order to trade. I did that for a year and a half with no days off. Maybe 5 days, like I slacked off. Yes, I've overslept a couple of times. We're human. I mean, it is what it is. I've missed trades doing that. And then that's the reason that I have to keep waking up, because I don't want to keep missing trades. All right. So, anyways, yeah, just back to, that was a habit that I started implementing. That was probably one of the first habits other than the gym that I started doing that helped me long term. I wasn't thinking, oh, if I wake up at 3 a.m. every single day, well, this is going to make me more money. No, I just wanted more experience with the market, some more screen time. So I did that, and I did that, and I did that, and I know more just off of looking at the charts than someone does on their day one. Like I said, you cannot compare your day one to my day 600 of looking at the charts every single day. Okay, so yeah, that's just a reason why I'm big on habits. One, you have to go to the gym, in my eyes, my opinion, because it's just the benefits that you get. It started off with just the gym. I got discipline, and then I just transitioned that discipline into something different. And if you cannot do something so simple as going to the gym 4 days out of the week, 3 days out of the week, and then transitioning that into something as in, maybe I should stop eating junk food. So discipline. Okay, so if I can stop doing that, then I can stop over trading in the markets. And then you go into the markets and you're like, okay, well, my mind, I stop doing that, I can stop doing this. You cannot become the person that you want to be in the markets, in the business, anything like that, if you're not implementing the things that are outside of that business that have to align with yourself. And the best times of momentum that I've had in the markets is when everything I was doing aligned together. Not, I'm going to wake up late this day and then trade. No, I woke up early, I ate, went to the gym, and then traded. Something like that. That was when I felt the most aligned. So if you're the type of person that's like, okay, I like waking up at 10 and then I like working throughout the day and then I work better at night. Okay, we'll do that. You don't have to wake up at 3 a.m. because I wake up at 3 a.m. I mean, as long as you're getting the work done, then it doesn't matter. It's very simple. You have to have habits in order to upgrade your life. If you don't have them, then I'm sorry, you're just not going to be able to upgrade your life, your lifestyle, whatever you want. But focus on the person that you want to become and then build the habits around that. So one thing that I did when I began with my whole self-development journey was I wrote down all of my goals that I wanted, my 1 month, my 3 month, my 6 month, and my 1 year. Okay, if you're writing down that, then what are the habits that can get you there? Okay, write down 3 habits around each goal and then implement each habit, and then eventually you will get your goal. Yes, you might not get it in 6 months. That 6 months might be a year, and that 1 year goal might be 3 years. I mean, it doesn't matter, but you have to become the person that you want to really just become. I mean, let's say that you want to be the best UFC fighter. Okay, well, what are the steps that it takes that you have to become the best UFC fighter? Okay, do them, implement them, done. Yes, you might not get there ever, but hey, you're becoming a person that is worth becoming. But yeah, hopefully I brung a little bit more energy this video. I hope you gained some knowledge from this video. I'll be posting on here, I hope, a couple times a week. Maybe that's something that I need to be more disciplined on, is just getting more active in the markets or on YouTube market, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I hope you just do the things that you want to do and hey, live the life that you want to live. All right. So yeah, have a good day and I'll see you on the next one.